Body sculpting can be a great thing if done properly and with caution. So that's what this video is all about. Using caution and being safe while doing body contouring. If this has sparked your interest, I'm Joan Johnson, and this is Beauty Over 50 on a Budget, where I do body sculpting, body contouring, and sprinkle in a little bit of anti-aging and skincare. If this has sparked your interest, please consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, let's get into this. Frostbite is no joke, you guys. There are different layers of frostbite, and I'm going to go over each one of them with you today and show you pictures of frostbite that has happened with some of my viewers. I've had my channel for about a year now, and a lot of my viewers have purchased their own machines, and that's a great thing. But with that has come some horror stories. So these pictures are pictures of viewers that they shared them with me, and we've talked about it and tried to put our heads together as to why this has happened to them. I'm not a doctor or have any medical or aesthetic experience. I'm not giving anyone any medical advice, so just know that. I'm just someone who has done a lot of research for myself and discovered what works for me, so I share it with you guys. Okay, let's get into this. The first thing we're going to talk about is frostnip. So frostnip is damaging the top layer of the epidermis, and then what frostnip looks like with the different layers of the skin. The first picture is frostnip, and that's pretty common with these machines. Not that it should be taken lightly, because it shouldn't. There should never be any damage to the skin. This will usually go away between a couple of days to a few weeks and doesn't usually cause a scar. But again, I'm not a doctor. The next picture is superficial frostbite. That's when it goes from the epidermis to the dermis and can have some blistering. This usually takes a few weeks to a few months to heal and can possibly leave a scar. These are usually treated as a mild burn with burn ointment and some first aid. The first picture was from a gentleman who repeated the fat freezing session too soon. So instead of waiting 30 days in between treatments, he only waited a week and repeated the treatment. And the skin was not ready for another treatment. This causes trauma. These treatments cause trauma to the skin. And we need to respect these machines and know that our body needs time to heal. So if you repeat these sessions too soon, this can happen. Pictures are from viewers that just bought their machine. This was their first fat freezing session. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Never do the maximum temperature or the max amount of time your first session. You don't know if your machine is calibrated exactly correctly. You don't know how your body's going to react. You have a pause button on all of the machines. You can pause it after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and see how your skin is reacting. If there's any sign of ice, there should never be ice on your skin. Your skin should never turn to an ice cube. It's too far. It's gone too far. You've already got frostbite if it's gone that far. It's always better to pause the machine, look at your skin, then put the machine back on and start it. You guys, you don't want to have these, you don't want these burns on your body. You don't want to have these scars. This picture was taken from a viewer that used the same settings from a large handle to this handle. This is a small handle. You cannot use the same temperature and the same amount of time that you would use with this handle. You're going to get hurt. It's going to cause a burn. Okay, let's go over how to avoid frostbite with these machines. Always use antifreeze membranes. I talk about it in all of my videos. I say to please use 2 antifreeze membranes. These antifreeze membranes are what are going to keep your skin from getting severe frostbite if used correctly. I am going to use the MTS Aesthetic machine as an example because I'll be honest with you, it's my favorite machine, and because it has safety settings built in. It has a warming session that actually warms the skin back up for 3 minutes, and then after 3 minutes it'll cool back down to the setting for 10 minutes, and then it'll cycle through the warming and the cooling. So you constantly have the machine warming the area to prevent frostbite, frostnip, and extreme frostbite, and then cooling it down so you still get the results that you want from doing a fat freezing session. So let me go through the different handle sizes because you're going to want to do your settings differently for each handle size. So this is the chin attachment handle. So you can see that it's quite a bit smaller than the other handles that I'm going to be showing you. And it has metal all the way around this hand piece. So you would never, again, I'm not a professional, but in my opinion, you would never put this handle at a minus 10 degrees Celsius for an hour because you will end up freezing your skin like an ice cube with this handle. This handle has metal all the way around it. So, and it's not going to take an hour to freeze this small of an area. So I'm going to show you in the next slide what the temperature and the time should be if you have a handle like this, whether it be on the My Chai Wei machine with the chin attachment or the MTS Aesthetics machine with the chin attachment. So in this next slide will be the temperature and the time limit. Okay, see, now you can see that I have the chin attachment plugged in to the machine. This one has a warming of 3 minutes at 42 degrees Celsius, but the maximum temperature is a minus 2 degrees Celsius. A work time of 40 minutes. Love this machine because it automatically knows not to get as cold with these smaller handles. Okay, this is the small handle. The first one was the chin attachment handle, and now this is the small handle. Again, this is a small area, so you're not going to use this small of a handle at a minus 10 degrees Celsius for an hour. You're going to cause frostbite. So this small area will freeze faster than the big handle with the bigger area. In the next slide, I'm going to show you the time and the temperature that is recommended for the small handle. Okay, so you can see with this one, this is the small handle. The maximum temperature is 5 degrees Celsius in a work time of 40 minutes. This is the medium size handle, and the same thing. It's bigger, so you can increase the time and lower the temperature. The next screen will be the settings and the temperature for the medium size handle. It automatically highlights it, so then I'm going to touch the arrow. Warming session, that it's going to integrate into your cooling session. So it's going to warm it up for 3 minutes at a maximum temperature of 42 degrees Celsius. Then when it cools back down, it's going to be a max temperature of 6 Celsius and the work time of 45 minutes. So you guys, it's already preloaded into this machine what you should be doing your treatments for. The next screen, you're going to see what MTS Aesthetics recommends for this handle. Okay, again, this is the large handle, the 200. And it goes to a minus 8 degrees Celsius in a work time of 45 minutes. This machine does everything for you. You don't have to think about it. MTS Aesthetics machine. That's why this is my favorite machine, because it's got all the presets. It's got the warming and the cooling cycling to keep your body from getting frostbite. You can purchase different size handles for your My Chai Wei basic model, just like, and I'll leave a link to those handles in the description box below. Body contouring should not be a horrible experience. It can be painful, I'm not gonna lie, but you should have a beautiful contoured body when you're done, not a body full of scars. If this has helped you guys, please let me know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.